What have you got?
We have fresh bedding for the girls.
Fresh bedding for the girls. We're just getting the pen, their new pen set up. So all the fence is up in the most generic way. You can see it's sagging. But at this point, they can come out, have their morning freedom. So Deb's gonna get attacked by chickens.
Carpe chicken.
Carpe chicken. There they are. Good morning. Hello, ladies. So we got their waters and their own food over here. And then this morning, I've got some oyster shell, right? So some calcium for them. Yep. And then grit. Grass is into their nesting boxes. Oh, a couple of girls are not ready to come out yet. Putting new feed down on a regular, or new bedding in on a regular basis. And then what Deb just did, she turned over the nesting box, tapped it out. And so, yeah, all the stuff, all the grass falls out, but also any manure that's gotten in there. And then you just put it back in, you flip it over, put it back in each day. And it also helps keep your eggs cleaner. Again, first thing the girls do is everybody runs to a tree. The other thing that Deb does is she'll mix up the boxes and move them around in there, just shuffling them from place to place. Because it's weird, it's like chickens the hens will have their favorite box that they like to get into, and then they all try to climb into that same one. So we mix it up just to see if it's, and ironically, they actually seem to find it most of the time. And then the much less pretty tree for the less dominant hens of the group. And it looks really full, like maybe it's too full, but you can see already, they'll get in there and they'll stomp around and, lay on it and snuzzle their fluffy butts down inside there, and pretty soon that won't be anywhere near as full and it'll be packed down to a nice little nest. I have a problem. I know a lot of you saying, first step is admitting it. It's not that kind of problem. This is my problem. The handle of my lawnmower snapped off. I do not know if that is a repair that I can make with the welder. Get this off, pop a cotter pin there, another one there, and then to make it easy, I'll take off the screws on the midway up on the handle, and then I just have to carry this end piece here. There it is, quick and easy. Got it separated from the rest of it here. Yep, it's gonna be a good time. All right, let's give it a try. Well, it's not far, but it's better than carrying everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'll try and set this in place and then just start the weld in order to get it to hold. I don't know if this is gonna work. It seems like it's a real stress point. The weld might not be strong enough for it, but we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Sir, this is not helpful. Thank you. Well, there's nothing pretty about that weld. I put it on really thick, and so what I'm gonna have to do is grind this off. I'll grind it down to a manageable level, but you can see I forgot about this. This thing is painted black, so all the paint is trying to catch on fire. Well, I was about to snap my visor onto my head. Really? Really? Get out of there. about halfway through, I began to wonder, why am I bothering? Because if this breaks, then I'll have spent all this time and energy polishing and prettying up something that I'm just going to dispose of. So I'll just go put this on. Maybe. And see if it holds. Well, it mows. I just cut this little area here just to see how it's going. Some pretty thick grass, working the handle pretty good, and it seems to be holding. I'm really pleased with that. I was looking online to try and order one, but this mower itself is so old that everywhere I looked it was saying, you know, discontinued part. Thought I might have to buy a new mower. It runs just fine, except for, you know, that. But it runs fine now. It's good. Whew. Gorgeous morning, but it's getting hot already. Dragonflies are everywhere. It's gorgeous. And it's warm, as you can tell. And I'm hungry. I'll get some breakfast. I don't know if you remember when I was getting ready to move the shed, I had a little lean-to built on it that I parked the mule and the mower underneath. And I dragged that roof over here and dropped it off on the side. And it's kind of lingered here. And you can see what that does to the grass. That's really disappointing. I'm disappointed with myself that it took me so long to get to it. But I'm going to take it all apart. I began by removing the top just to see what was underneath. Snakes, bees, didn't want to do it. Anyway, and I think this wood that was used to build this, I can take and repurpose for making the new chicken coop. It's going to happen in more than one video, so it's going to take me a while, but I'm going to disassemble all this, set it all aside. Then I got to obviously mow the lawn around here. But then I'm going to take the new coop, which is the old way over there, which was the blueberry harvesting trailer. And I'm going to bring that over into here where I usually do all my work because I need to access, you know, the electric and all that stuff. So yeah, I think that's a good plan. I'm pretty pleased with that. Anyway, I'll just finish getting this taken apart, and you guys don't need to watch that. But that's what I think I'm going to do. I'll show you the after pile of wood. Just you can let me know if you think that's going to be enough. All right, here it is. Got all those taken apart. I time-lapsed it, but if you didn't see me time-lapse it, because I said I wouldn't, and then I did. But I'm pretty sure I had the wrong camera selected, and it was looking over there. Whatever. Okay, so there's the pile of wood I got left. I'm going to take all the wood up here, which is where I'm going to ultimately do the work on the new or remodeled coop for the birds. Yeah, this tore up the grass pretty good though. It's going to take several months for this to come back, I think. Makes me sad, but I can recover. And I guess if I was that worried about it, I would have done something about it before now. And I did not have snakes or wasps underneath there. I did, however, forget about ants and spiders. And I had, the ants weren't bad, but I had a couple of spiders that I surprised. And then they jumped out, and then I was surprised. Just, you know, those fuzzy, like wolf spider looking things. So they stood their ground for a second and then decided it wasn't worth the fight. All right, I'm just gonna move this stuff around, and then I guess I gotta to get all this area cut. All right, got the wood stacked up over here. These are these are taller than I kind of felt like they were. I mean, those are tall. Got started cutting all this. Got about 3/4 of the way through. Would have gone further, but I started including the back area too. And then it just, skies opened up and it started to rain. At that point, I about figured my fun meter was pegged, so I put the mower away and just called it. And then it stopped about 20 minutes later, and I was like, nope, I'm done. So I'll finish that up later. Good stuff though, but I really need to get started on that bigger coop and growing our flock. That's our laying flock. That's a big thing. And I'm also trying to figure out, still working on marketing the eggs and the chicken. Not good at that. All the farmers markets around us seem to be shutting down, or else, you know, in some of like the nicer areas that still do a farmer's market, it's really like, you know, they're like, oh, here's a booth. It's going to cost you $25 or $30 for the day. It's, dude, I'm selling eggs. I don't sell that many eggs. I can, you know, I got to sell a bunch just to even break even. It's not a good deal for me. So I'm going to try and find some other ways of doing it, but we'll figure it out. And then I think I'm going to start reaching out to folks too and see if I can create an order sheet for broilers, because I'm getting towards the end of the hot part of the year and I can start growing broilers again. And if I can get orders in place in advance, that would be pretty cool. You know, if a family wants 1 a week or, you know, 2 a week or whatever, and they place an order in advance, then I'm growing birds that I've already sold and I know what's going to happen with them, instead of growing them and not being sure where it's going to go. So that's something about it. Just, it feels weird to me though. I'm like not super comfortable with it, but I'm just going to have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Been there before, done that. So I have to make some more chicken tractors too. Hopefully, you know. All right. I think that's going to be it for this video. And we'll talk to you guys later.